during the More to Move You sales event right now at Team Mazda. Get 0% financing up to 63 months on a new Mazda CX-5 or Mazda CX-50. It's your choice, and you get 0% financing on your new Mazda at Team Mazda on Airline.
Throw mama from the train, that kind of lady.
You talking about movies? Well, this guy's been in a few good movies.
Oh my gosh. Where is he now?
I don't know.
I can't even tell with the camera
pointing.
Okay.
He's surrounded by poinsettias.
Oh, yes.
And by the way, Matt counted all the poinsettias.
I did.
And how many do we have?
You can see them all like over here. And
it's
right
a lot.
And right there. So I counted 35. I counted 35 poinsettias.
Man, from the time I left yesterday to this morning, Christmas threw up in here.
It did. There's some.
I mean, it puked everywhere.
There's some red and green vomit everywhere.
Oh
well, here's the question. Do you think the folks at home can tell whether they're real or they're fake?
Oh, those are absolutely
and neither can some
real
of our
fake.
staff. We need to remind teachers not to water them in the afternoon. No, I mean, because when we had the real ones, afternoon crew was responsible for watering it.
Yeah.
And it was a nightmare.
There would be puddles, and they would die. I don't care how much you water them. I mean, if they're out there for 30 dang days, those are gonna die.
So, teacher pal, you don't need to water the poinsettias.
Well, this goes into our other conversation of whether or not you guys go with a real Christmas tree versus a fake one. And I guess, the fake one's cost effective.
Sure they are.
Inflation, it affects us all.
Right.
But it's just not Christmas.
It's not the same. I agree.
Smell.
It's not the same. I agree.
I think we're gonna get the real one. We'll still do a real one more year. And anyway, well, we got 2 of the 3 at home.
How tall do you usually go?
That's about at least an 8-footer.
Okay.
Maybe. We'll see. Probably this weekend. Okay. So speaking of all that, we still got the Christmas around the corner, Thanksgiving tomorrow. Everybody wants to know what the forecast is looking like. And actually, today, tomorrow, it's looking really pretty good.
Yeah, it really is. It's going to look nice. It's going to feel even nicer. It's actually going to feel like Thanksgiving should. Let's get a live look. We got a beautiful sunrise for you over the downtown area. Yes, we're going to have a mixture of sun and clouds for today. The brilliant blue skies, we're going to actually get that tomorrow. Or even closer to the point, we might get that late in the day today. But this is basically what it's going to look like today. Clouds, a little bit of sun. 55, we got a pair of nickels out your door right now. So it looks like right there is where we're going to level things off. Yesterday, the last day for quite some time that we made it into the 80s, because we don't have any more 80s in the 7-day. This is where we should be this time of year. High temperatures should only be in the upper 60s. So today's high temperature of 68, right on the money with where we should be. You could see a couple of those clouds faintly make them out on the satellite. And what's happening is we're seeing some of that moisture come in and bleed the clouds in from the Gulf. But those showers that you see, they're not moving our way. That's already with the cold front. That already passed us by. What's not passed us by is the next big cold front, the next significant front. That's going to be this one. So we're going to fast forward to this weekend. This is Saturday night going into early Sunday morning, and that's when we should get a pretty good swath of showers and thunderstorms. A little bit early in the ball game to talk about severe weather. I don't think we have to worry too much about that. And then you think, oh, okay, the rest of the day Sunday we're good to go. Not so fast, my friend, as Lee Corso would say, because here comes the returning warm front, and that's going to give us a really good chance of rain Monday and Tuesday of next week. But this time around, I don't think this is going to produce anything severe because the weather is going to be a lot colder there. It's not really going to support severe stuff, so it's just going to be a rain event. We could use a little more rain, oh, by the way, and that's when the dew points really start to pump in as we get to Sunday. So the rain chances go up Sunday. I would say Sunday morning might be our best chance of rain, just if you're trying to plan the holiday weekend. And yeah, we could see a really good bout of rain. This is a general 2 to 3 inches across the viewing area. I would say this is Sunday plus Monday plus Tuesday. So that 3-day span is basically when we're going to get that rain. As long as we even it out, I don't think we have to worry about flooding. Today, no rain, but there you see the mixture of clouds and sun on the graph Futurecast. They're going with highs in the upper 60s, so am I. And then we're going to clear things out late in the day, and that's going to make things real cold for tonight. They're saying a low temperature of 39. I mean, I've got a low of 40, so we're definitely going to be really close to that. For the Thanksgiving Day forecast, you're going to want the jacket because we're going to pick it up at 40 degrees, but our high temperature here in the Baton Rouge area is only going to be 63. So again, even in the afternoon, we're really not going to heat things up that much. Today, we're going with a high in the upper 60s. We'll call it partly cloudy to mostly sunny. By the end of the day, we should be getting a lot more in the way of sunshine. But then tonight, real cold stuff coming in, 40 degrees for the overnight low. And we've got some even colder stuff in the 7-day. Watch this. We've got highs in the 60s, right, the next few days. But then you fast forward to the end of the 7-day, then we're talking about highs only in the 50s, and that's going to be a really really good chance of rain. So those days, they're going to be kind of murky and miserable. Monday and Tuesday next week is going to be cold and wet. Not the greatest of combinations. 7:07, but Johnny A, at least the weather's going to be good right through Black Friday.
We can take that. Thank you. A lot of Black Friday a lot of stores opening early on Black Friday. I know Academy will be open at 5 a.m. Friday. Today we will also have a lot of stores open. Folks getting their last minute preps done for Thanksgiving and the big meal and the guests and the family. Be careful because it will get very busy this afternoon. Best Buy is already getting stocked up there. Traffic's fine this morning as you make your way in and around the capital city. If you're coming in from the Baker-Zachary area, coming in from Point Cobee Parish around Falls River, all roads going to and from Hammond, to and from New Orleans, Lafayette, looking really, really good right now. But that's going to change drastically this afternoon. Be patient. I love our WAFB streaming platform. A lot of longer form programming you can't see on TV, and that's what we're doing right now for you. It's called 9 News Now.
Folks, before you get going, I want to make sure you kind of know some of the things we're following for you this morning, including the crash of that Cessna, that plane into Lake Pontchartrain. It's going now from a rescue to a recovery. 2 people presumed dead after the plane crashes into the lake. According to the plane's owner, it was actually a training flight. You had an instructor and a student on board, and they believe that the weather may have been a little bit unfavorable, but the owner of the plane says it's more than likely that the flying over water had a bit of a vertigo effect, because sometimes it does. He also says the plane had a good mechanical history. Obviously, all that's being investigated. Once the wreckage is found, then they'll be able to figure out a little bit more, so we'll be able to continue to let you know what's going on. I want to let you know what's going on here. A missing man, now a body found, and now a homicide investigation. This is from Baton Rouge Police. Woodrow Vaughn, 73 years old, he was reported missing this past Friday, but his body was discovered in a car along Lafitte Drive on Monday, and yes, now BRPD has launched a homicide investigation. It's the dial-up number you know so well, Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP, if you think you might be able to help them out. Speaking of a death investigation, there's one going on, another one, at Elaine Hunt Correctional Center in Iberville Parish. An inmate dies after a fight, according to the sheriff's office. 30-year-old Troy Draper died after that fight. Now, beyond that, details a bit thin, but again, Iberville Parish Sheriff's Office is investigating. They're waiting on an autopsy to determine the official cause of death. We will again let you know once we find out what's going on. Speaking of what's going on, the East Baton Rouge Council on Aging. It's one of those organizations that had their tax renewal tied to the Thrive plan. All of that failed, right? All of that failed at the ballot box with the voters. So now they, along with some of the others, have to go back to the voters and see about getting their taxes renewed again so they can continue their services. And that's what they're doing. Council on Aging coming up with a new tax renewal plan that they want to put before you, the voter, next summer 2026. Still got to get approved from the Metro Council and the State Bond Commission. But again, they're hoping to have that in front of you, the voters, by summer of 2026, so they can continue to provide those services. We'll keep you in the know there. Want to make sure you know about this as well. Funeral services for a former sheriff in West Baton Rouge Parish, Mike Kaz, they have now been finalized. It's going to be Friday. Visitation is going to begin at 9 o'clock in the morning at St. John the Baptist Church, so that's Bruley. And then in the same spot, the services are going to follow at 1 o'clock, and then actually interment there in the church's mausoleum. All that to happen Friday morning, again there in Bruley. So we'll let you know kind of as that moves along. So that's Friday. As we think about today and tomorrow, boy, there's a former police chief right there at BRPD. Some good video. We're talking BRPD and their annual Adopt a Family giveaway. You know where Benny's Burgers and Soul Food is on North Street in Baton Rouge? Kind of as it intersects there with, what is that, 46th? As you get over there, that's where they need your help, because that's where they've kind of put all of their meals that they're about ready to deliver. At 10:30, if you can get out there and be a part of a volunteer group to deliver, they would love for you to assemble there at 10:30, and then the deliveries begin at 12:30. Their Adopt a Family giveaway going on today. Now here's the deal. It's not just that one. There's a lot going on as we think about the today and then the tomorrow, and we're going to do it all over again for Christmas, because you know we got some great groups out there. WAFB.com and the 9 News app, a great place to visit if perhaps you're looking for a spot, a place, a location to pick up a little extra meal, a little extra something for the table, because we know a lot of folks need that this time of year. This is the spot to do it. A number of places today, a number of places tomorrow on Thanksgiving Day itself, as you can see. Hit the website, hit the app, let folks know if they need a little extra help, it's out there. And if you want to get out there and see something pretty incredible, we were just talking about this, Johnny and Jared, obviously Matt Venezia this morning, live out there. The lights, Louisiana lights coming back to the Bird Museum. And Jared, you were asking, is this one of those great spots? The answer is yes. I think it is really, truly one of those great spots. The location already, kind of tucked away, right? Not a lot of traffic noise, that kind of thing. And without the lights, it's just a great setting to just kind of walk around and take a deep breath. But now you have the lights. It's a lot of fun.
And Matt Venezia was showing it all morning. It looked great, especially what do they call it, like the tunnel of lights.
Yeah.
I love that. It looks like they really do put a lot into it. And
how many lights they say? Like 350, 350,000?
It was something like that.
And they said at least one proposal
every
night.
Every night.
Every night?
Yeah.
Every
wow.
night.
And they're going to run this through December 30th, and I think that we just heard from them again all morning long. It used to be like a Thursday, Friday, that kind of thing. I think they've added the Wednesdays because it is so popular. Got to buy a ticket. That's the best way they can keep it not as crowded, right? So you can enjoy it and you're just not like walking. But gorgeous spot.
Wow. I wonder where specifically those proposals happen. If maybe it's in that tunnel
It's
or in front of the big tree or the birds.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's lots of good photo ops out there.
In the parking lot, because, you know, you just the last minute, you got nervous. You're like, I don't know if I want to do this. And then you get to the car, you're like, I better do it now. And you're like, no?
Yo, look at him. Sure, let's do it.
All right. All right, see you in 10 minutes.
Happy Honda Days are here at Team Honda, and that means tremendous savings. Right now, make no payments for 90 days on every new Honda. Plus, get clearance pricing on select new Hondas all during Happy Honda Days, right here at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda.